Hi there, this is Sheena Rowlands and today I'm sharing with you my latest layout for Hey Little Magpie. And for this layout I am using the Arden Creative Studio Hidden Creek collection. Now the 12 by 12 paper I picked there is just asking to be scrapped. It's mixed media based and I think it's a really great paper to use as a background. So I've got a photo of myself there that is 6 by 4 and I've mounted it on some white cardstock and I'm using one of the decoupage papers to go behind the photo. I'm very carefully tearing it down the edges. I don't want to tear it apart and it is quite thin and that's the idea of them. So I'm just trying to just gently take a little bit off the edge so that I can still see it around the outside of the photographs. So this is the first collection by Arden Creative Studio. So I thought it was a good collection for me to try. I'm really enjoying working with this so far. This is the second layout, so there is another video if you want to look back to find that. I really like this colour chart that's on this one. So as it's going to be hidden behind the photo, I'm just removing it and you'll never know when I've finished. So in the tray on the left, I've got some of the 8 by 8 papers and I've got some of the laser cuts as well and some of the die cuts, and I'm just going to have a look what I want to add. I've also got some die cuts and I've got some rub-ons and I've got some fern leaves. Now I made those using the dies and some mixed media on the previous layout, and I've got some left, so I've got them here as well. So I'm kind of looking at building up a couple of clusters around the photograph. Because it's a mixed media paper, it's doing so much of the work that I feel like I won't need to add too much. So I'm just having a look what I can add, particularly there on the right. The wooden title, the word summer, that is a Hey Little Magpie exclusive, a JD 3D like wood word. They're really good value. You'll find them in the store. And I think that just adds a little bit, it's another texture and another colour. I think that works really, really well. So I'm thinking I might also add a few bits up in the left hand corner. I'm sitting on a set of stairs in the photo and I feel like it leads your eye up the photo. So I think having some bits either side will make a difference. So I'm only at the moment just playing, literally just trying to figure out from the die cuts and the laser cuts what would work, and I'm kind of liking it already. I feel like, wow, this is coming together quickly for me, which isn't always the case. But I always also like to have a look what I'm missing out on. So I'm just being really ultra careful with this laser cut here. They are beautifully fine, but you just need to have a little bit of patience removing them from the packaging so that they stay in one piece. So I'm just having a look, seeing if there's any bits that I've missed. There's some little cute bugs in this collection as well, so they might make the cut, and I'm thinking of maybe overlapping the photograph a little bit there as well. I'm just double checking whether I've missed anything, but I'm actually kind of really liking the way this is coming together. I do have a couple of other ideas, so while I'm just fiddling, I'm thinking of something else. Now I'm going to add a little bit more mixed media to this mixed media background, and you're saying why? Yeah, I kind of agree with you, but actually I wanted to add some more texture. I also think it's going to take a lot for me to muck this up. So actually by adding a little bit more over the top, I think it's a great piece of paper if you do lack confidence of doing anything with mixed media. I'm not doing anything really crazy or anything really hard either. So I've got some of the text stamps that are by Hey Little Magpie, and I'm using some oxide inks. And if you notice, there was no acrylic block there at all. I used the text stamp just in my hand, just to get a little bit of text print in a few places, particularly to break up the block of blue on the background. I've also got some of the Arden stamps. They're called Ledger Wings, and I'm not using the butterfly ones. I am using the ledger bits, and I have got that on an acrylic block because I do want a good print from that. And I'm adding that over some of the text. So I'm concentrating in the left-hand side of where the photo is going, a little bit underneath the photo to the left, somewhere above the cluster that I'm going to have on the right, and a couple of other patches as well, just to make them look random and uniform. So I've got 3 colours there. I'm using a couple of the text ones with my hand, and then the ledger ones as well. I think I use at least 3 of the ledger, and there's 4 on the stamp set. And it's barely noticeable, and I think when you see the finished image, you probably won't even notice. Now, what I didn't realise with this paper, it came from a 12 by 12 paper pad, and the top strip where it was joined is actually got like a darkened edge, and I decided I would darken all the edges. So I come in with a brush, but that didn't work. So then I found a foam dabber thing, and I go round and add a little bit of dark just to make it all match up. It's very faint, but it was I thought it was something that was worth doing, and it kind of went with the mixed media vibe, so I didn't think it would be too much of a problem. But I'm literally just running around the edges. Years ago, this is something we used to do quite a bit, but I thought actually it'll work really well. So you might have noticed I've got this scrap piece of paper on my left, and I always do like dab off the first go. I've got some greens there, and I'm going to add a few more of the ledgers. I'm trying to go with the green in the shirt that I'm wearing and a green in the background, just trying to complement it as I go round with these colours. I'm just playing really, and I'm actually enjoying it, so I'm probably adding more than I need to, but actually it's absolutely fine, and it's a great way of making something a little bit more unique and a little bit more your own, is just to add a little bit of stamping. Now I've actually done some sewing around the edge, which you can't see very well, and I've stuck everything down off camera because you saw me choose all the pieces. So I've just got a couple of bugs that I want to add with some foam pads, a couple of bits of fern I still want to stick in, and I'm going to add a couple of rub-ons as well. I don't want the butterflies or the big flowers. I'm going to go with some bits that are literally like dots and ink splats, and I'm going to add those to the clusters that I've already made. So it's just literally another layer. Now these Arden rub-ons, they're brilliant. They go on really, really easily. Come with a little tool in the pack, so it makes it a doddle to put these on. So I'm going to put a little piece up there, and I'm just using that lolly stick that's provided, and then I will carefully lift the plastic cover, and it will be all in position. And there, it's just a few black words on that. I thought it went quite nice with the decoupage paper that's sticking out under the photo as well. And I find a couple of others, some of them are like some little white splatters as well, just to add around the clusters. So I'm finishing off now. I've got some of the enamel dots. I'm going to add them to the title. I've got a die cut with the woodword, so it says remember summer. Added a little heart as well. I do add a little splatter of white paint at the very end, so you don't see me do that, but this is the finished layout and all the close-ups too. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, and we hope to see you here again real soon. This was Sheena Rowlands for Hey Little Magpie. Bye for now.